Hi. In case we haven't met before, my name's Beverly Black, and basically, I wanted to start this channel about living with stroke, life after stroke, what the heck happens. And one of the most important things I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to see if there's anybody out there that feels the same way as I do. I think there has to be. I feel like I feel like I'm suffering from imposter syndrome. I don't even know if I have a right to talk about strokes. Like that I'm a victim of a stroke. Well, I am a victim of a stroke. I should be able to talk about this. But, you know, I see different victims of stroke on YouTube, and oh my goodness, you know, I mean, they can't, the half their body was paralyzed. They can't talk, they can't swallow. And then after 5 or 6 years of rehab, and then they also are able to be at a point where they can, at least do an interview regarding their stroke. And I feel like such an imposter. Did I have a stroke? Yes, absolutely I had a stroke. But I didn't lose my ability to speak. I didn't lose my ability to walk, although I do still bang into shit. I bang into stuff all the time with my left foot. It was on my right side. My left hand does not do what I think it's supposed to be doing. It's gotten to the point, I've been an attorney since '92, and it's to the point I had to actually retire. And I hated the thought of retiring. I wasn't ready to do that. I don't have enough money in coming in from Social Security, and I did not have good planning. So, I'm kind of up a creek. I need the extra income that I was getting from some of the cases I was handling, but can't do it. I'm trying to shuffle through a file and get to some papers that I need. I know the papers are in there. I can't find them. I'm trying to transfer papers from my right hand into my left hand. The left hand, I think there's papers in that hand. There aren't. And it's so fucking frustrating, man. But I feel like I don't have a right to complain about this, because it could have been so much worse. It could have been horrendous. First of all, it could have taken me out. It could have killed me. It happened at my house. It could have happened while I was driving. It could have happened while I was driving. I could have plowed into a tree or a pole or a car full of kids. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that could have gone wrong, and it wasn't that bad. And because it wasn't that bad, I don't feel like I have a right to talk about it. But I'm going to talk about it anyway. I'm trying to convince myself that it's okay to talk about it, because I get much more emotional than I had before. I get very upset about stuff. Like the little local transport that I had signed up for to pick me up after my PT the other day never showed up. I was waiting from 4 o'clock until 4:45 when I finally called my daughter and asked her if she would, get me an Uber or something, because I didn't know what to do. She's 45 minutes away from me. And and then of course, as soon as the Uber shows up, so does the fucking transport. Oh my God. Then I feel so bad. She's spending so much money on me. It's so ridiculous. And did I retire? Yes, I retired. So I feel like I have a right to talk about this stuff, but I don't know if I should or not. It's like I'm complaining when actually I really got a break with this. If I was going to have a stroke, I was a smoker. By the way, anybody smoking, stop it. Stop it, stop it. This is no bullshit, The stroke, I mean, smoking is probably the number one reason um, for heart attacks and for strokes. So, and I kept saying to myself, you're going to give yourself a heart attack. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. I'm like, yeah, Bev, I know. And I just ignored it. And then guess what? One day I fell out of my chair. I'll tell you in a different video what exactly happened with the stroke. But, you know, you think it's not going to happen to you? Guess what? It's going to happen to you. It could very well happen to you. So, or maybe it already has. I have a girlfriend who had a stroke 5 years or so ago, and I heard she told me that she's back smoking, and there's no way. I mean, there's no way. I feel like I got cut a big break. Yeah. Did I have a stroke? Yes, but it could have been so much worse, and I was really lucky in where it happened and how it happened. And what are all these kids over there? Can you see them? There's all these kids coming. They're going to see me talking to myself thinking I'm a weirdo. Well, they already think I'm a weirdo, so who cares? What the hell was I saying? I can't even remember what the hell I'm talking about. But I would like to have this niche, the niche for this channel, the subscribers that I want, the people that I want watching, are basically people who have had a stroke. And I'd love to hear your stories. I'm going to see if I can get some people to do interviews with me so that I can find out about other people's stories too. I also want to talk to maybe an occupational therapist, a physical therapist, maybe the ambulance driver, to see how they go about, how do they recognize a stroke? And I'd also like to have something about caregivers, because I have a whole lot to say about that. I got to go because people are coming and they're going to think I'm weird. I'll talk to you later.